Hi everyone, Quinn here, and I wanted to pop in and give you a tutorial on how to create a lead page using Ontrapages. So for those who are new to me, I'm Quinn and I train non-techie entrepreneurs how to confidently navigate those business tools that will help them build and grow their business. So I'm pretty much the woman you reach out to when you have that or that wait what when you're going through your business tools. So let's jump right into this tutorial. So the first thing I want to show you is that when you first log into Ontrapages, you're going to get an overview of the pages that you have already created. And so you can see like how many visits have been to this page, how many conversions. You'll also see when it was last modified, meaning when it was last updated, when it was created. So this is just pretty much good to see what is going on. So then you're going to hit the new Ontrapage to start creating an actual page. So the templates have arrived. You see that there are multiple templates from you to choose from in order to create something that is visually beautiful. So there's many options, and if you hover over each template, you have the option to preview the template to see what it looks like on a page. And so you can see if we scroll through, this is what the page looks like, and it's still loading. But again, once you hit preview, you're able to see an overview of the particular page that you're considering using. And then from that overview, you can choose to select that template, or you can actually navigate through the other templates by hitting next or previous. So you can see this one is just so cute. All right. So I want to show you here under my recently used, one of my favorite templates that I use for directly only creating a lead magnet. So the share free report one is really bomb when you're creating a lead magnet. Straightforward. You get a little snippet of what they're downloading, a cute picture, an opt-in bar, boom, done. So I want to show you how to create this from scratch, just so you can kind of understand how to migrate between, how to edit some things. So let's go ahead and exit here and hit start from scratch. Now when you first get here, I first want you to go ahead and click here to name your page. Now this can be changed as many times as you need it to be, but for now it's going to be test. Then you have the option to add a block, and you can do that from either here or here. You're going to literally see the same thing when you click each one. So I'm looking for an option to be able to create an image on one side and text on the other. Now, if you want a good overview of what each of these blocks do and what they all look like, I suggest you get my full training on Ontrapages. But I'm going to show you pretty much what I suggested with the image to the right and the text to the left. And so I know that we'll find that under text, and then we'll go down and then we'll select it. Now, if you notice, it doesn't immediately look like the one we've seen, because you notice it was text here, it was an image here, and then it was an opt-in bar at the bottom, and you see there's no opt-in bar. So first things first, we need to edit what's visually here, because we don't want the buttons here, but I will go ahead and show you how to edit those buttons in case you decide to keep them. So the first things first you're going to do is click on edit, which is going to open you to be able to edit each element within this block. And as you can see, each of these sections are a different element. And so you'll hover over the one you want to edit and then click edit. You'll go ahead and type in what you want to type. Now, if there's ever a chance such as this where the sizing of the content you're typing in changes, all you need to do is highlight the wording and then click the font style and go through and change it. And so that was originally the header one, which is the biggest size here. And so I chose it to go back to header one. You can also change how it's aligned, the text color, and you can type in the hex code here, if it's bold, italicized, or underlined, and if it links back to something. So then once you finish, you click save here on the left. Now you can do that again for this text box by hitting edit and typing in what you want to type, and then hitting save. And then when you get to the buttons, you can highlight over the button that you want to use, hit edit for the button, and you're going to see the different options for the button. Now, the immediate thing I want to show you is if you're wanting to use an image, you can click here to use an image as your button. And depending on the size of the image will change the sizing here. This is actually a pretty big image in the system. But I'm going to choose the text option. And so if you click here, you can change the read more now option. And as you can see, as I type now, we see the now here. If you want to change the font style, just remember to highlight the text and then go through the font style. It will change the sizing of this particular text when you click on the font style, so just keep that in mind as you're selecting items. And again, you can also change the bold, italicized, underline options as well as the coloring for the actual button by clicking here. In order to actually set up the button to be linked to something, you're going to click on the link URL option, and then this pop-up will show. So you're going to see the option where you can enter the URL, which is the direct link that once they click on it, they're automatically transferred to this link. And you can choose if it's going to open in the same window that's already there or a new window. You also have the option to select a landing page or a light box, which is a box that actually pops up. If you would like more training on how to do that, definitely go ahead and opt into the Ontrapages full training. Then once you put the link in, you're going to hit OK. And for testing purposes, I'm going to put my link. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave that button here because I just want to show you how that works. Now, if you notice, we have this button here, and I don't want to keep this button. So I want to remove this button. If we come here to the left side, as we hover over each option on the left side here, you can see these options being highlighted. Well, you're able to toggle whether or not you see each of these items by clicking on this button. So, removing that button, I wanted to go ahead and make the option red, meaning that it's no longer visible. Then, once I'm done, I'm going to hit done and then head over to edit the image. So, with the image, you can choose to upload an entirely new image by clicking on Change Image and picking an image from here. And if it's not uploaded yet, you can click on upload and upload the image from your computer. Then once you click on the image you want to use, you're going to hit select image. And then hit save. Now I'm done. I went ahead and updated the copy here and the image, and now I want an opt-in box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click done because I'm now done with this block, and then I'm going to select here to add a new block, and then I will go to smart form because that is where you would get the options for the opt-in, and then you're going to select which one you want, and I want the basic one here. Then I'm going to click here to hit edit. Now, once I click edit, I'm now editing this block. And so within this block, there's the first, last name, and email field, and the submit field. And then, of course, the actual settings of this block to ensure that the notifications are on. So I'm going to walk you through how to set up the free notifications to get notifications when someone subscribes. Now, if you would like to connect your email marketing service, definitely look into the full training on Ontrapages. So, the first things first I want to do is set up the form settings. So I will click on form settings, and then I'm going to type in my email address as the email address that is notified when someone opts in. Then I'm going to choose if I'm going to direct them to the default landing page, a thank you page that I've already created, a lightbox that I've created, or a custom URL. I'm going to keep the default thank you page, but you are able to again select landing pages that you've created within Ontrapages, a lightbox, or an actual custom URL. Then I'm going to hit save. Now that that form setting is set up, I'm going to go ahead and click on the form option, which is where the first, last name, and email is. Now I have first name, last name, and email, but I don't want to collect their last name. So it's just like we did before. We're going to go here to the left side, and then we're going to hit this option to turn it off. Now there is an option to delete it entirely, but I will just keep it and just turn it off. Now, if you ever need to collect additional information, click the Add button, and you can choose the field that you would like to create. So you have these options. You can choose to create a new field, and I'll say that this field is their birthday. You can choose if it'll be a text, if it'll be a date, a list, long text, phone, state, drop down, but I always typically go with text and then hit save. Now you can see it says first name, email, and birthday here. So now I'm going to hit done and edit the button. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to click on that one, so let's click back. Go to button, and now I'm here to edit the button. Now with this particular button, because it's a part of a smart form, you're going to notice there's not a link option, because hitting submit is literally what they're doing to submit their information. So then you can choose to change the copy here. Then you have the option to change the background color by clicking here. Now if you click here, you can find the colors. Or you could have clicked here and typed in a hex code. You can also choose the hover color settings, meaning when they hover over this actual box, will they see a different color. So maybe the background color would change to this teal color when someone hovers over it. You see? And if you like to change the text color as well when they hover, now you notice the difference. So then you hit save. Now there are additional settings that can be done where you can actually change the actual page fonts. You can change the width of the page, the full background of the page. You can change the background of the actual blocks each. So each block can be a different color. As you notice, this block is white. Or if you look at this block is a like a light brown color. And so there's different options that you can update within this page to make it visually look like something that you want. And of course, this is all covered in the full training. Now, if you click here on settings, you're going to notice the option to update the SEO settings, so what the page title will be, which is really good when you're sharing this page across like Facebook. It will pull in those page titles to show in the description of the page. If you're a person that's using Facebook ads, you can put your ad scripts here in the header area, or anytime you ever need to put any custom code for your pages, you can put that here. You can also upload a favicon, and I'm going to show you what a favicon is. 1 second. So if you notice here, you see this this black circle here. That is the favicon for Ontrapages. So right now, that is the favicon that is there. But if you want to change that to something that better represents your brand, then this is where you will go to change it. Now, there is also an option to check the stats, but because this is a new page that has yet to be saved, there are not any stats to check as of right now. So now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and hit save first. Just in case your computer decides to disappear on you, it's already saved. And then we're going to go to the publish option. And so within the publish option, you have the user use your own domain. Use their domain. And then you can choose to use your own domain. And you can type in what the domain would be here. But of course, you need to have your domain already set up to be able to handle this. Or you can choose to upload the plugin if you have a WordPress to make it a lot easier to use your own domain. And that's covered in the training. Until then, you can use their domain, and then you can just type in here, you can type in The unique name here, I always do my branding name here and then the actual page name here. And so if this is here, some people just do, and so that they know that that's the Hello Optin. You can choose to use whatever you will like, but I'm going to use this, and then you're going to hit save and publish. Now let's test it out. So if you click on publish again, you can see the link for you to be able to copy. And so now if we click on the link, we're going to see the page that we created. Now this image that I uploaded into here is a lot bigger than I would normally suggest. It's just one I grabbed. But if you make this image a lot smaller, then it will pull up your opt-in bar here, which is what I suggest. If so that way when someone comes to the page, they're seeing everything, including the opt-in bar. Now if we test it out, remember if I click on hello, I should be immediately transferred to my page. And so it directed me over to my website when I clicked on this button. And then we're going to test it out that when I put in my name, oh, let me, I'm not paying attention to the directions. And my information and click the submit button. I should see the default thank you page that Ontrapages hosted. And then I should get an email notification that I have opted in to this particular page. So that is how you create a lead page in Ontrapages. Hope this helped.